How's it going, everyone? This is Dr. Hefe, playing more Disco Elysium, the final cut. And in the last episode, we started investigating the doomed commercial area. We tried to get the bookseller's permission to come in here, but she would not be swayed. So we had to take matters into our own hands. We busted down the door. We took a little bit of health damage, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're a big, tough dude. And we came in here and we learned all about the Welkins. The Welkins are here, causing some sort of conspiracy to happen. We grabbed some sort of cube, some filament memory. It's interesting, the technology that's in this game. It's like radio computers. It's like a computer that runs on radio waves. Very interesting. Anyway, we're done looking at this failed MMO company. These poor EverQuest creators. I'm not sure, actually, if EverQuest has failed. It could still be a very popular game, for all I know. And we got some money, actually, last time. We found, like, $4. We're rich. We found even more money, and some magnesium. We're doing good. Is this the fridge? The ice bear fridge? It looks like a fridge to me.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Dude, that's creepy as hell.
This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful.
Oh, I'm careful. I'm careful. Let's crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Well, I would tell him to relax, but Half-Light is saying the ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. We must beware.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Let's take a note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Oh, yay, fridge magnets! So fun! Let's examine an ice cream wrapper.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Oh man, this is bringing me back to those ice cream sandwiches. What were they called? Polar? Maybe Polar. With the little bear on it. So cute. This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Oh my god, we're gonna drag a corpse in here? Through the bookstore? That lady's gonna freak out.
The 2 of you, easily.
Alright, good thing Physical Instrument feels happy about it because, man, that corpse was pretty big. That was a big dude. It was like 1.85 meters. He's a big guy. Alright, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
I mean, I don't know. This does not look like handiwork to me.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Kim, you say that with such a straight face, but I feel like I'm detecting a little bit of irony in your voice.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Yes, we need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on
I
fire.
knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough,
no.
and it does not leave this room.
This is paganistic enough. Oh my god, this is art. We're artists and this was our vision? No, no, Kim is not going to be down with this. I'm not too sure this is a glorious achievement. Yeah, we did our best. We did our best.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
Yeah, come on, Kim.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Ooh. Now we have more perception. We can search the body one more time, a bit more thoroughly. Do we do it? Do we dare go for it? I don't know. How is our perception doing? What is it under this? I wish we had some more skills, something. Perhaps we'll put some of our skill points into perception. Let's try it. Let's try it one more time. Oh, we did it so bad.
His skin is cold, light blue and silvery.
Even damaged our morale.
You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
We were close, though.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Yeah. It's okay. We're okay. Let's just close him up in there. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Let's continue sneaking around here. What's in here?
A thick layer
Giant
of cold dust
fireplace.
covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Yeah, what is this thing? A furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building.
That's a
connected to the
gigantic
chimney.
furnace. Wow.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Let's take a little look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
It's a ghost.
What are you doing?
I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. Let's not go too far into that. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
You know what? We're gonna give it a nice old kick.
A hollow ring
Oh!
goes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
My God, my health. We're not doing too well. Kind of had a hard time here. What's going on over here? Oh, a hidden doorway, you say? What's back here? In this little sneaky alcove. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Oh. Found a
few bricks
stash
have
of
fallen,
guns.
revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, of course I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim!
Are these any good?
Let's take a look.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
It's an old Belle Margrave from the Revolution, Margrave. What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Oh, good thing we have some good empathy with Kim. Well, I'm glad we found it, Kim. But still, we must investigate the ghosts upstairs. Can't believe I broke my foot kicking that thing. What's this thing? A frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Some money and a health up item. Excellent. What is this?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Yo, we're not gonna turn off the fridge. That would be bad. Let's see, what's this? Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Any more money here? Oh, an insane mesh tank top. It gives us +1 to drama. Well, if we ever need to put some drama on, that'd be cool. Where did you even get that one? No, really. Who put it in that drawer? No further comments. Wear it at your own risk. +1 drama. Clinically insane. Let's just try it on for a little bit. Oh, dear goodness. My goodness, that is quite the look on you. Let's put the shirt on. Let's put the shirt back on. Where do these stairs lead? I hear rain. This makes me think you're not where we needed to be. Let's continue inside. Poor ice cream makers, though. They must be so sad. They're big, giant polar refrigerators just down there, holding a corpse now. Oh my god. We already investigated this room. There must be a way up somewhere, though. I believe we haven't gone through this door yet. Aha! We found the way up. Some shutters here, eh?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Let's give it a loud knock.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
More knocking.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Even more knocking.
Those curtains
Ow.
prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
We know what she thinks. It's the ghost. It's the curse.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff, and despair.
Kudos.
We now have a new thought to gain. Temporary research bonus, -2 pain threshold. What's happening? Take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are? See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy, stuck in a body. You are spirit, trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know just how much objects suck. That seems like something we want in our thought cabinet, right? Maybe we'll become a little bit stronger from this. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Interesting. We found a postcard. La Delta 51. Oh, we got a nice little postcard. What's it say? Oh, this is really hard to see. The sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes. Overhead, the ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist. Vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. Good to know, good to know. And you know what? Thinking about pain threshold, I realize we need to read a little bit more about it. Our threshold has, like, tanked right now. That's kind of scary. Cool for unstoppable fighters. Guys who won't die. Masochists. I'm starting to think Raphaël Ambrosius Costeau, our character, may be a little bit of a masochist. Pain threshold ignores damage, so you can push on, bloodied and crawling, to the bitterest end. It enables you to negate damage you would otherwise take. even mental pain, heartache, and loneliness. In fact, these things can become a thrill you seek out and perversely revel in. At high levels, pain threshold turns in on itself in a seriously unhealthy way, with full-on self-destructive behavior. That's not us at all. I don't know what this skill's talking about. With the low With the low pain threshold, however, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. What about if we fail to punch the little kid? Wonder how that will make us feel. Okay, so we found this thing, but the voices were up there. I wonder if we can call to the voices? Apparently kicking the thing is gonna break our foot, though. However, it has given us a new thought, the willingness to try and destroy objects.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
I have an option to smear my hands with coal. I don't know why this is an option, but let's see what it
A
does.
lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
Would it be? Yeah, probably.
Still, it's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup. It's dark and grimy.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should ask the lady.
Okay. We'll go ask the lady. Apparently we cannot progress further until we go and talk to the lady, even though I thought kicking it would work. I mean, kicking inanimate objects, doesn't that usually make them work? Doesn't that usually help progress the story? I'm just so confused right now. But anyway, we're making progress. We found the fridge, and we put the dead body in there. All right, let's not come back in here, the area of our shame, where we, I mean, it wasn't shameful. Our hands were just a little bit sweaty. It's okay. It happens, even to the best of us. No sane person would ever put their head into such machine. Are they talking about the hair curler thing? I mean, it's fine. Hello, woman.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme measures.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
Well, I've looked around and I can tell you what I saw.
Okay, I'm willing to listen. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the
We're
fear.
just shining this light right in her face.
Before we go on, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Of course, the entity. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence.
You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
You mean the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there. Yes. Plaisance, tell me about it.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Despite
I do
its call,
always
The
do.
lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery, too.
Oh, yeah. That's all for now, book peddler. We are back to solving this mystery. Oh my god, that door is really busted wide open. Come, Kim. You may have thought we did fine police work by stuffing that corpse in a freezer. But we have even more finer police work to do. We're gonna find out who the entity is. The entity behind the metal curtain. Wizard? Don't pull back the curtain. Don't look back there. Oh, we're gonna find out who's behind the curtain, though. Yes, we will,
A
wizard.
thick layer of coal
Yes,
dust
we will.
covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Well, we got a +1 for kicking the furnace, so we should be able to do this one. We'll yell, "Hello!" into the furnace.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease.
Then... Hello? You hear a woman's voice answer. I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the 2nd floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Excellent. I mean, we were right there. We only rolled a 4, so if we hadn't kicked the furnace, it wouldn't have worked out. So it all comes together. It all comes together. But we'll see if we can survive the day. We are playing on hardcore mode. I'm surprised we have not encountered a death as of yet. This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. Oh no. We went from a role-playing computer game to a role-playing just game. Pen and paper game. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. I know some friends. This would be their like wet dream right here. Just containers upon containers of polyhedral dice. All right, let's take the flashlight out. We don't need to shine it in this person's eyes.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Novelty dice maker.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Hold on, what do you mean by milieus?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. I knocked on the curtain.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
No, we thought you were a ghost.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Interesting, interesting. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games.
This is like a strangely sad response. People only come to her for dice and role-playing games? Not any answers? Sometimes people want to be asked some questions, so that they can give some answers.
I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind whirling it? Yes, she will be the person that will crack the case.
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
Ah, they strike with the union. Yes.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
So you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window.
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Yeah, that's probably true. You probably have all your lights on.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work on Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Oh, this isn't your home? Okay. Wait, you come in here to work? That is so interesting. Thank you for your
She
answers.
Anything else, officer?
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
She doesn't let it show, but there's anger in there. She doesn't like jewelers. Thinks they're a mob.
She used to work for De Beers then.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
And do you also like playing role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
You hear that, guys? You're nice people. We're all nice people. We're all nice people. Where are we anyway? What is this
We're
place?
inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
It does seem kind of strange. You're in a chimney.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
That is a plus. You just set up shop in this place.
Creative.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
I mean, I don't know how good of a financial thing this is. We were only in her bookstore for like an hour, but she is exploiting her own daughter to keep the company going. That is true.
Right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
The whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off, and customers have trouble paying bills. Customers, not us, of course.
And then there is me.
Oh no.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
I think it still might be you that's causing this, narrowing our eyes very mysteriously.
So I'm the grand dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area, and you were the one who answered. That is true.
Oh my, I've revealed myself. You better call the exorcists.
I don't have to call anyone. I'm a ghost whisperer myself.
Of course. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Alright, let's ask. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is
More or
gone.
less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms, under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
Oh yeah, so much failure. Let's start with the frozen bear.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
Yeah, she's been here 14 years.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
I don't care about the other ideas. I want to hear about the bear.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Wow.
Eventually, Ravachol Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it could become alive at any moment.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
We need to get whatever the taxidermist was on.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Sounds like a cool beast.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I love this. I don't do drugs. I do drugs. I don't have a comment on drugs. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself.
Do you? Well, good luck keeping it under control. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
I love that we got experience for talking about our vision beast on drugs.
Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
Let's ask about the hair salon that we...
Yes, I
right
think
behind
it was
the
called
bookstore.
Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Oh man, Androgynous Orlando. That's a good one. Orlando Bloom. I hope you play this game.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at
Come
you.
on, we're part... Oh, that's right. We are part of the radical feminist ideology, but we're also into toxic masculinity.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
I don't have any opinions on hairstyles. I mean, we're all about experimentation with drugs, so why not be a little bit more open-minded about
I
hairstyles?
guess it just wasn't the time yet.
Oh, we don't even get to see her hairstyle. What about the
It wasn't
gym?
merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Yeah, that's what Kuno needs. A community-centric boxing club.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine. He's sort of the king around here.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Damn, son. Alright, tell me more about Artemitip.
A kind man, from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
And how did it go?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oh, we're gonna rip that bag
You
open.
should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
Nothing, of course. Sounds like a great idea.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
Whoa, that sounds disturbing as hell.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool about the debris, but what's a snuff milieu?
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Mature game, everyone. Mature game. Mature audiences only warning.
What does she mean to get off on it?
Electrochemistry, we know what it means.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Someone here makes stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs?
Yeah, exactly. The drugs.
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
I mean, most drugs will cause you to lose control of your bladder at some point.
Even you can probably do better than that.
Wow, oh, okay. At least electrochemistry has a little bit of a higher regard for us. I found some creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
I didn't know insects had any rights. Or activists.
Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
How do we have an opinion on this? Sure. I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
What's with the rotor blades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about illegal. We're trying to steal some dude's boots so we can sell them. Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Oh, the lieutenant's stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47.
And they kept all their garbage here, apparently.
I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
And now, finally, will we learn about the Welkins?
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Oh, yes.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
You know, it's a startup. It's an indie company. What can you expect?
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
Yep, showing up to work on time is hard.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Wow, and she's looking at all the die prototypes and discarded models.
Anything else? Good.
I had some other
I hope
questions.
it's clarified things a bit. What else?
Let's see. Do we have any more questions about the
listening.
building? No, we don't.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
Well, let's
What
see
else?
if we can do the shivers. We have a very low chance.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Let's not start taking off our clothes. We'll leave it
She
at that.
has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
You know, probably a good thing we didn't start taking off our clothes. We could get stabbed here. And she is the entity. The entity of the doomed commercial area. Also, I need my flashlight back. So, we found the entity causing the doomed commercial area's problems. All we need to do now is go and tell Plaisance what we found. Also, can we find the amphetamines in the punching bag? Apparently we cannot. What a bummer of a day. What a bummer of a day, man. Okay, so I think we'll go tell Plaisance that we have solved the mystery of the cursed bookstore. And then that'll be it for the episode.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
Yes, yes, yes. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
I don't know. How occult are we? Do we feel her aura? Do we do this? No, no, no. We have to... We can't say we don't have a way to question it further. We must solve the case. We must solve the case. No, ma'am. I felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Wow, that is a real intense squeezing. No, no, no. We're gonna give her the thing. We're gonna give her the truth. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yes, I de-spooked it. The curse is definitely gone.
What does that mean? Are you certain? Oh, but who am I to question your methods?
Yes, who are you
All that
to question my
matters is that
methods?
the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course. But still, thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
Task complete. Investigate the doomed commercial area. Plus 70 experience. Look at us. We have solved another case. Put another pin in it. Put another pin. Please put cases solved 217 now.
All right then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here, and there too, 1,200 meters away on the urban coast. The dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
Oh, we'll make our way to that church. We'll investigate all the paranatural things. Farewell for now, book peddler. And thus, Raphaël Ambrosius Costeau and his faithful partner, his faithful bro, you would say, for we are the Crime Bros, has solved another mystery. Yes, that novelty dice maker, she probably wasn't the source of the curse. And maybe we'll never know what the source of the curse was. But for this woman, the curse has been lifted, and that's all that really matters. Until next time, do remember, as always, to take care of yourself and keep it disco, baby.